Hi, everyone, and welcome to this series on property marketing mindset. My name's Andy Haynes. I'm the lead trainer with the Property Investors Network, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Andy Phillips, who again is a property investor, but his real speciality is in property marketing. And what we want to help you to do in this series is really to help you to go out there and find the leads that you want, find the investors that you want, by you knowing how to go out and market your business successfully. And that's all by taking action. So today is the introduction to this series, and it's all about you getting the right property marketing mindset. Let's say hello to Andy Phillips.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Very good. Thank you very much indeed, Andy. And I know this is really quite fascinating because, of course, unless we get our mindset right with our marketing, it won't really work, will it?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing a series on how to market your property business. And we're going to be doing this regularly because this is really important. Once you actually get into property, one of the things that it's like, you have different hats to wear. That's one of the things, you got to get into, money, finances, and, you have to build teams and all those sort of things. And you get to a point where you need to get out to a much wider audience, and you need to let the world know that you exist, which is the biggest thing. So, and this is why you have to wear a marketing hat. And marketing is a discipline. Marketing is a way of thinking about your business and how you can actually promote your business. And it doesn't always come naturally to people. And one of the reasons why I say that is because when I get my clients come on and I'm helping them to market their business, I have to go through a little process with them just to get them into this concept of always be marketing, always be promoting your business, always be talking about it, and getting people to know, like, and trust you and understand exactly what you do. And from the feedback I get when people go through the process of getting their property business up online and actually starting the marketing process, the feedback I get is when they've gone through the process that they understand their business much better. They understand exactly who they're trying to attract. They understand what they need to do to be able to do that. But that's going through a process. So when people come to me, they may not have that marketing mindset fully. I mean, they've got a reason for doing it, but they might not have that marketing mindset. And, Simon talks a lot about mindset when we're talking about property in general. You have to have a property mindset or a property investor's mindset to get the most out of what you're doing. When you're learning how to do these different strategies or going out and finding deals and all those things, it's much better to have it, a mindset of a different type from when you are working in a business or, you're an employer at a business and all those sort of things. When you suddenly become a property business owner, if you're actually going out and getting deals and finding investors to actually fund those deals, the mindset has to change. You have to become a business person. And so marketing is exactly the same. When you come into this and you start learning these different things, you need to think about how are you actually going to market yourself, market your business, get in front of the right people at the right time with the right sort of product that they want. And that's really the whole point of this. So I thought we'd start this series off with a concept of the marketing mindset. What sort of thing do you have to think about when you're actually going out and promoting your business? And it's really, really critical. So what I've done is I've created an article as well, which we're going to put in as in the comments. So you can just go and have a look at that. And in fact, I'll quickly show you what that looks like, just so you understand where we're coming from. I do a lot of articles on marketing, and so you can go and have a read of these as well, because it goes through everything that we do. So we're talking about the marketing mindset, and some of the things we're going to go through is understanding your property business so you know exactly what you offer. And I'm going to go through a process which I take my clients through. So I'm giving people now the exact process that I go through with my clients when they come on to me. So this will help you tremendously to really be able to articulate exactly what you actually do. And this is one of the problems, I think, that when people get into this, they understand sort of what they do and sort of who they're talking to. But this is all about writing it down and articulating exactly who you are, what you do, why invest in that, why you invest in that area or use that strategy, how you work with the investors, exit strategies, what's your uniqueness. Everybody's got a way of doing something, which also links into sort of brand value, which I'm going to talk about as well. But also investment strategies. So what investment strategies use, how you work with an investor, and the next steps that they need to take. This is all about course to action. It's about the next steps that those people need to take. So that's really what we want to try and understand, is exactly what you do as a business, to write it down. And the article tells you everything that you need to think about when you're actually writing that down. So why is it important that you truly understand your business? If you think about when you go to, I don't know, property event, PIN meetings, speak in front of audiences, just talk to an investor in general. So if you actually meet someone at a PIN meeting, that's maybe a good fit for you as an investor that's going to come on and help you to fund, say, projects, or they may be looking for, if you're a property source, they may be looking for sourced property from someone who they can trust. If you understand your business, absolutely inside out, then you can articulate that to them in a very, very professional way. But the way to actually understand it is to write it down. Actually have something on a piece of paper that gives you the opportunity to think about exactly what you do, how you work, how you can help that investor. Without writing it down, I mean, I know Simon goes on about, when if you write something down, it tends to solidify more in your mind. And this is exactly what we do. So in the article, what I do is I go through the different sections that you've got to think about. So every single point, if you can write down what you can do for your investor, then it will solidify it in your mind. But also it means that you've actually got a document. If you are talking to an investor at a property investor meeting, and they say, yeah, that sounds really fantastic. He said, well, I can send you some more information, which really does go into detail on exactly who we are and what we do and how we can help you. That means that you can send them to your website, a call to action. Again, the next step. That means they can download the document from your website, which also means that they have to put their details in, name, email, telephone number. That goes into your database. You can then follow them up. So you're not just talking to someone and then they disappear. So you can take their telephone number, their email address, and say, look, I'll send you something. And you can send them an email which says, look, just jump over to our website. You can download the document from here, or send them directly to the place where they can actually download. Now, all this is doing is, instead of talking to someone and nothing ever comes out of it, what you're doing is you're talking to someone, you've got something which you can give them, you've got a way of collecting their information so you can follow them up. So just from that point of view, just getting this written down, getting to understand exactly what you do, so you have to articulate it on a piece of paper. It means you can then articulate it in verbally to someone, but then you can say, I can send you something. Give me your email, give me a telephone number, and I'll send you something. So straight away, you've actually got a lead. And that's from just one conversation at one PIN meeting. Just imagine all the other different places where you can put this, social media and all those sort of things. So that's the first thing, is to actually get a real good understanding of exactly what you do and how you can help the investor. The next thing.
Can I ask you a question here, Andy?
Yeah,
because
sure.
I recognise about writing it down, and I think that's a great start, to write things down and get it solidified in our own mind, what we're doing, what we're offering. But I guess some of us don't really know how even to start to write down what it is that we're doing. Would you think it a good idea to maybe watch what others are doing? And I don't mean copy what they're doing, but maybe be inspired by others to help you to then start to think about what you want to write down.
Yes, you can do. But one of the reasons why I spent a lot of time doing these articles is it's very difficult to sort of go, well, where do you go? Do you go onto other people's sites, and what if they've got it wrong? And the trouble is, I find this a lot of times, that a lot of property websites are very generic. They have far too much in them. They have too much navigation and all that sort of thing. We're going to talk about this in another one of our live events. But I think if you can get the article and actually just go through what I've laid out as the different sections, and again, I'll just quickly show you what those are. This is the article, and what I've done is I've laid down section 1 is who we are. I give an explanation of what you need to put in, what we do, explanation of what we got, what you need to do for that. Section 3, why invest in the area or strategy, how we work with our investors. Think about it and write down how you work, how an investor can work with you, exit strategies, unique approach. What is unique about you? This will help you to actually put this down on paper and really get an incredible idea. It will clarify so much that's in here already. But most people, and I don't take this from the experience I have, is we've got clients coming to us and they're pretty good. They know what they're doing. They know what they need to do. They know the sort of things they need to be achieving and things like that. But a lot of them have never actually had an opportunity to put this down on paper. And it's one of the things that we ask our investors to do. So we know how to help them market. But the feedback I get is that they've never understood their business more fully. And that's all I'm trying to do here, is to help people to understand their business fully, to enable them to market better. And it's all part of this marketing mindset. If you understand your business really, really well, more importantly, how you, as a property business owner, can help the investor that you're looking for to achieve their goals.
So don't forget to click on that link then below this video. That's where Andy has got this blog that will really help you to understand the different sections that will help you to start writing about you, solidifying what you want to tell others and what will attract them to come to you.
Yeah, it's really important. And if you go through this, you will learn so much more about your business. You know it, but to articulate it on a piece of paper and then you can articulate it verbally is a massively key part of just getting this property mindset set up. It can develop over time, but let's see if we can develop it a lot quicker by doing these exercises. And one of the things that is in here as well, which I think is quite important, is to understand that this is what we do with our clients. These are the sort of things that our clients actually produce because of that exercise, and this means that they've got a really good professional PDF document, which is you can call it a prospectus, you can call it a guide, a property investing guide. Investing with us. This is the guide to investing with us, or a property investor pack. A lot of people call these different types of things, but it's basically tantamount to the same thing. It's a document which a prospect investor can read, and then they understand you and your business much more fully. The next thing is understanding your target audience. Again, this is absolutely critical to marketing success. Don't go to too broader audience. If you go to a far too broader audience, or your mindset is thinking, I'm going to write some information and everybody can read it, what tends to happen is you dilute the message. You're not really focusing on exactly who you're trying to attract. And again, a critical part of this is absolutely understanding and focusing 100% on your target audience. If you don't do that, you're telling people a far too broad market about what you do, but it's not focused on the actual audience you want. And this is really, really critical. If you think about this, there's lots of people who invest, there's lots of people who are into property, but there's a very narrow band of the people who are absolutely perfect for your business. And these are the people that you need to focus on. You need to talk to them directly. And this helps a lot with, writing copy, writing posts and all that sort of thing. If you're just thinking of that one type of client that is absolutely 100% perfect for what you do as a property business, that will help you to write in a much more concise way and in a language that attracts and resonates with that target audience. So don't try and please everybody. Just think about the target audience. But again, I've got it in here about understanding your target audience. And I can't emphasize how critical this is. If you don't understand exactly who you're talking to, you will miss you'll miss the mark, let's say, with all marketing. And this isn't just in property, this is in all marketing. Understanding your target audience is really, really important. And I go through exactly what this is all about. But it's things like understand the sort of person that they are. This is talking about doing things like avatars. Write down exactly who you're targeting. Again, write it down. It's a great way of actually getting this into your system and getting this marketing mindset going. Exactly understanding exactly who your target audience is absolutely critical. So things like, what sort of person are they? What situation are they in right now that you can help them to get out? What problems are they having? One of the things is that you might have a bunch of clients out there that don't know you, don't like you, don't trust you, don't even know you exist. If you can write something which appeals and resonates directly to them, so if you understand what problems they're having, the problem is quite simply, I've got some money, I'd like to invest in property, I don't know who to go to. Well, that's a problem. Can you solve that? Can you position yourself in front of that person in such a way that they go, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This seems to be exactly the right company, the right person who I think I can do some business with. I think I can provide some capital to that business. Well, if you can solve their problems, that is one of the problems. Then you put yourself in a frame, and they'll want to talk to you. And then if you doing the call to action, they get to the website, they download a prospectus. In the prospectus, and in all of that, we're trying to get them to push to a call, so you can actually engage with them and talk to them, because then you can find out if they're a good fit for you and you're a good fit for them. That's the goal, is to get to that point of talking to them. Because if you don't talk to someone, they're never going to invest with you. They're not going to build a bond with you. They're not going to understand you. And don't forget, this is a lot about psychology. Everything in marketing, I'd say sort of 80 to 90% is psychology. Only 10% is technology. You need the technology to make all this work, but most of it's about psychology. It's how people think about you as a business. So understanding your target audience, I've got everything in here that you need to know. And the last thing is I just got this little list of things about a marketing mindset, and it's really just a little reminder. And it's things like promote. As soon as you get into this marketing mindset, you become a marketer within your business. You need to promote all the time. So this is really about just like, always think about promoting. If you're talking in a PIN meeting, promote your business. If you're just doing a one-to-one with someone, promote the business. If you're going to post on social media, promote the business. So just keep on thinking in your head, I've got to promote my business at every opportunity I possibly can. Focus on the target audience. I just go into that quickly again. Getting used to it, changing from someone who's been working in an office or running another type of business. Getting used to the concept of actually being a marketer, because you have to be. If you're running a business, you are a marketer. You are promoting that business. You're an ambassador for that business. So just get used to it again. And I say this because of the feedback I get from my clients. When I say to them something like, it'd be really good if you could do a video about that. Oh, I don't want to go on a video. Well, a video will help your business. So you need to start thinking about, getting headshots, some professional headshots done for your website. Look as professional as you possibly can to that investor. Thinking about doing some video and stuff like that, even if it's really outside of your comfort zone, which is another one of these I've got in here. Get outside your comfort zone. It's really important to do that, because that's where you grow. But it's also, you're going to be doing different things. If you're marketing your business, you're going to become a different type of person. And this is, again, all encompassing within this concept of the marketing mindset. I've also got about, promote your brand values. Brand is not about just logos and color schemes. Brand is about who you actually are and how the experience that people have when they work with you. That's your brand value. And so I'll go into a little bit about that as well. And also professionalism, understanding your marketing goal. The marketing goal has always got to be, in every single business, is engagement. It's talking to people. So all your marketing, and this is why we work with funnels, and we'll go into that in another live. Everything about that is about drawing people in, connecting with them, engaging with them, nurturing them. But the final goal is if you can get on a telephone call with them, or even better, a Zoom call with them, you start building a relationship with that person. So the end goal of all marketing is getting them to talk to you, because then if they say, yeah, this sounds fantastic, I'll go ahead, then you can start working on actually bringing them in as an investor and working with them on projects. But if you don't have that end goal in mind, what's the end goal of all my marketing, whatever I do, what's the end goal, then you'll just have, sort of a fluffy, non-committal type of program going on. But the end goal is important. And the last one is just always use a call to action. I've spoken, to a lot of my clients, because when they go through the process and they start posting out on social media and that sort of thing, I notice that some of them don't put a call to action in. And the first thing I do is phone them up and say, when you're doing this, put a call to action in. It's just a reminder. But if you get it into your head that everything you do, have a call to action. So if you do a social media post, put your website in there. If you're talking about a certain project, put a link to a video on that project. Always have a call to action on absolutely everything. So if you've got a website, you've got calls to action. If you have a social post, you have a call to action. If you write an article, you have a call to action. Always have a call to action to do something else that brings them into the business. So call to action is a really important thing. And that could just be a link. It could be a button sending them somewhere. It could be a link to a video. It can be a link to an article. It could be a link to anything. As long as you put some sort of call to action in there. A call to action could also be, I'm speaking at, Birmingham Pin on Tuesday. Here's the link to go and book. It's a call to action. So everything you do, always have a call to action. And that's really all we want to do, because I don't want to spend too much time doing all these things, but I just want to get as much information out as possible. And the article will go through all of this. So, if this has been sort of, a light speed version of, getting into a property mindset, go and download the article and have a good read through that and actually do the things it says. Write down what you do as a business. Think about who your target audience is, and then go through this list of the call to action stuff. The list of property mindset stuff that I do in there as well. Just start getting to think about all these things. You don't have to put them in place all in one time, so don't get overwhelmed by it all. But start getting this into your psyche, into the way you think about your property business, and it will help you for your whole career.
Just got some questions on a few things you've said there, Andy, because we talked there a little bit about your brand and we talked about having a business, and just got me thinking, does that mean I've got to have a business name, or am I the business? And how do I think about a brand? What do we mean there?
Okay, we're going to go through brand on another one, but very, very quickly. If you're a business, then you think about, if you wanted to buy something, if you wanted to buy a car, and you wanted to buy a brand new car, you'd go to somewhere that you like, so you go to a dealership that you like. And the reason why you like it is not because of the logo. It's not because of the color scheme they got outside and all that sort of thing. You're going to go to that because people have talked about it, that you might have seen their ads and you quite like the way they come across. You might see something in the newspaper about a story about them, and they seem like, a really good place to go. If you think about this, like Richard Branson, the way he brands his business, everything that you read about Virgin Atlantic, for instance, the vibe of that is just a lot more attractive than a lot of other airlines. So people think, okay, well, if I'm going to go to the States and I need a flight to New York, I'm going to go Virgin because that looks really good. That's brand. what Richard Branson does is he'll go onto a plane. He does this quite often. He'll just go onto a plane that's going from London to New York, and he'll walk along the aisle and then introduce himself. Or he'll do some sort of brand exercise, which just gets him in front of everybody again, and it's always quite funny or humorous, and but it's also this friendship and love concept around it. That's brand.
And I get that you talked there about Virgin Atlantic, but you also talked about Richard Branson. Both of those are brands in their own way, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah. And you build up a brand within your business. You'll build up a brand of your business. How easy is it to work with that company? What's it feel like? This is all about perceptions. What's it feel like to work with them? And this is where testimonials and case studies come in, because that relays exactly what that brand value is. So for instance, if you're a property investor and you're going down to property meetings and you're seeing speakers and pin hosts and all that sort of thing, and experts, and they're the testimonials that are in a company's web page, or just going out on videos and all that sort of thing. Those people that you admire are associated with that company just because they've worked with them, or they like the way they work, or so you get testimonials, case studies, and all these sort of things. That's all part of branding. It's like having photographs with again, it's like, well, this is a perfect example. I've got a lot of my clients are masterminders, and they've gone through a lot, the training, and they're really focused on their business and all that sort of thing. And they'll get a photograph at one of the events with you and Simon Zucci. Right. Well, that's branding. That's actually saying, look, I've done this. I've committed time and effort to really truly understand how this property business works and how I can help investors to become, get their end goal and get returns on investment and all that sort of thing. These are all little brand things. Having photographs with you and Simon at an event is on the website, and it says a lot, without actually saying too much. It says a lot, and it's all brand value, so, but we're going to go into a whole one of these on brand value, because it's an incredibly interesting subject. And as you can tell, I get excited when I talk about this sort of stuff. It's what I do.
Yeah. In fact, lots of people do come up and ask me for a photograph, and people are very welcome. Simon, I know, enjoys it as well, which is very good. So that then is our intro to the property marketing mindset. This is going to be a series to help you to go out there and to think about marketing your property business in a different way. Look out for the next in our series. What are we covering in the next ones, Andy?
The next one, we are going to be talking about it's like an introduction to online marketing for property businesses. So it's going to go over a couple of episodes, maybe 2-3 episodes. But again, it's just an introduction to online marketing. So what you actually need to do and how you need to do it.
Brilliant. Look forward to that. Thanks everyone for joining us again. It may be well worth you watching this again, because we've shared so many golden nuggets in this particular webinar. But we look forward to you following us on this series. We want to really inspire you to go out and market your property business so that you can get your lifestyle and the legacy that you want to leave. So thanks for joining us today. Thank you, Andy, for your knowledge. And we look forward to seeing everyone on the next one. Bye for now, everyone.
See you later. Bye-bye.